Nearly 7 years since the 9/11 attacks, U.S. Defense Secretary Robert Gates says the war in Iraq has entered its end game and urged the next U.S. president to continue a cautious approach to troop cuts. The Pentagon also concedes it is not winning the fight against an increasingly deadly insurgency in Afghanistan. Li Xiang reports.
Robert Gates told lawmakers from the House Armed Services Committee that the United States is now in the end game in Iraq, but should proceed cautiously with further reductions in troops in the country. Gates said President Bush's decision to withdraw only 8,000 troops from Iraq by February represents not only the right direction, but the right course of action.
I believe we have now entered that end game, and our decisions today and in the months ahead will be critical to regional stability and our national security interests for years to come.
Bush also called for a modest shift in forces to Afghanistan, where a much smaller U.S. and NATO force face an increasingly sophisticated challenge from insurgents. Violence in Afghanistan has soared over 2 years, as Al-Qaeda and Taliban fighters have regrouped in the remote region between Afghanistan and Pakistan. U.S. commanders in the country have requested 3 more combat brigades, or about 10,000 more soldiers, to help cope with insurgent activity. Some 33,000 U.S. troops are already there, including 14,000 who are part of the NATO military command. Chairman Mullen of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff said a better strategy should cover both sides of the border, including the Pakistan's tribal areas.
That will take time. I'm not convinced we're winning it in Afghanistan. I am convinced we can. That is why I intend to commission I'm looking at a new, more comprehensive military strategy for the region that covers both sides of that border.
However, U.S. reinforcements depend on Washington's ability to reduce forces now deployed in Iraq, where the Bush administration has waged an unpopular war that critics say distracted attention from Afghanistan and Al-Qaeda. President Bush this week he will send only 1 Army brigade and a Marine battalion to Afghanistan by next February. Li Xiang, CCTV.